All right, guys, what's going on? Hope you're doing good. Back with another video. This video, I am going to talk about everything under the rainbow. So, this is going to be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So, man, first thing I'm going to talk about is the guy that I guess shot the CEO of UnitedHealthcare. What's his name? Luigi. I don't know. I just keep thinking of freaking Super Mario Brothers when I say his name. Does anybody else think of Super Mario Brothers? Anyway, I guess it's all over the news that the guy's getting all kinds of support. Um, the I mean, support who you want. You know, it's none of my business. But I read a news article this morning that said apparently he's got a defense fund set up, or there's something like a lot of people donating tens of thousands of dollars for his defense. You know what I mean? And I was just like, people can donate tens of thousands of dollars for someone that has committed murder. But there's people in Western North Carolina that lost family members, lost everything they've had to Hurricane Helene, Tropical Storm Helene. What, you know, I'd say when it comes through here, it's Tropical Storm. But anyway, we'll just say Helene. You know, there's people in Western North Carolina to this day that are still in need of financial help. And you know, it saddens me to see that mankind, people these days, can pick something like Luigi to get behind and throw money at that, but probably won't leave a tip for the waitress at Red Lobster, for the bartender. Heck, they probably didn't even think twice about, you know, maybe adopting or helping a family out in Western North Carolina. You know what I mean? I'm big on you know, helping the right people. That's one of the things, you know, I hate to get. I hope it ain't political. I think it's more government than political. But you know, this country needs to take care of itself first and foremost before taking care of other countries. You know what I mean? Unless it's small stuff. And that leads me to another thing, guys. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff in this video. Speaking of that, guys, let me ask you a question, and you can answer a lot of this in the comment section below after the video. But everybody's always talking about the national debt, right? I've been hearing about the national debt since, you know, it's just government. You know, was it government waste? But anyway, let me ask you this. Do you think you would individually be better off? Let's say if the national debt, let's say if a bunch of the world's wealthiest people got together, or the country's wealthiest people got together and wiped out the national debt, okay? Individually, do you think you would be better off? And do you think if the national debt just disappeared, would it make a life-changing, would it be life-changing for you financially? Let me know in the comments below if you think it would be life-changing financially for you if the United States didn't have national debt. Right? If we wiped out the national debt, do you think that you would all of a sudden become like a millionaire? All of a sudden have $100,000 in the bank? Let me know how you think that you would fare if the national debt got wiped out. So I'm kind of curious. And man, the other thing too is I had such high hopes, guys, for men. I had such high hopes for us men until today. I'm so sorry. Guys, this saddens me. This really saddens me. But I had such high hopes for men out there, for us men, until today. Went to Walmart. Okay, went to Walmart and bought me some wipers for my car, right? And the self checkout was really busy, and they had a couple. I guess for holiday season, they had a couple lanes open where a cashier was checking people out and stuff like that. So I went through one of the lines with the cashier, and it was a man, checking everybody out. And I got a Meliella and 2 wiper blades. And as I'm digging out my debit card to pay for this, the guy looks at me and goes, do you need to go back and exchange one of these? And I was like, wait, huh? Is it damaged? He goes, no, they're 2 different sizes. Did you know they're 2 different sizes? And I'm like, I really didn't want to make the guy, at that point I knew the guy did not know anything about cars. Now, when you talk about guys knowing stuff about cars, there's the battery, checking your oil, knowing where your gas cap is, knowing that wiper blades, the driver's side is probably normally a lot longer than the passenger side. So anyway, he's like, do you want to go take the one of these back and make sure that because you've got 2 different sizes here. I'm like, no, I'm gonna try a smaller size on my car on the passenger side just to see what it does. And he's like, okay, but you can bring this back if it doesn't work. And I was just like, I know. I really didn't want to make the guy feel bad, but I was just like, I walked out to the car. I had to sit there for a second. I was like, did he really just? I was like, I had such high hopes for men until that happened. What? I mean, Lord, has that ever happened to you guys? Just you just, I don't know. No, I don't know. I just assumed a man would know that wiper blades on most cars are different sizes. So anyway, guys, I thought a little bit that was funny, but on the others, I was just like, oh my God, did he really? This is a man. This dude's in his 30s and he doesn't know. Anyway, that kind of irks me. Cars, guys, stuff. I don't know. Maybe I should quit judging. But I just assumed that, you know what I mean? I thought that was a little funny. All right, now on to Sebastian Rogers. There's a lot of significant interest in the Texas Roadhouse video. And, rumor is Katie, for some reason, I don't know why. I don't even know if this is true. But rumor is Katie was seen storming the Texas Roadhouse and demanding answers about the video that was released. Now, I don't know if that's true. People said that it did happen. I don't know. But if that's the case, and Katie, why did Katie, if it's true, why did Katie storm down to Texas Roadhouse and demand answers on why they released the video to people? Kind of concerning, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I mean, if it was me, and now I know they've been scrutinized, for a long time since Sebastian went missing. But I mean, if I knew I was innocent, didn't have nothing to hide, and they got that video, I'd be like, Lord, here they go again. You know, they're playing some stupid Texas Roadhouse video with me and Sebastian eating, and I mean, I don't know what they're going. I don't know what they're going. I don't know how they're going to try to twist this, but these poor people. That's what I would say. Last thing I'd be doing is storming down to Texas Roadhouse, demanding why you released the video to people wanting a copy of it. You know what I mean? Because, in my opinion, if I have nothing to hide and I'm innocent, and, people are out there just trying to spin something off of a video to make me look bad, I'm not going to care. I'm just going to be like, boy, I'd be like, man, they're really reaching now, ain't they? They're grasping at straws. Poor people. I mean, that's what if I was truly innocent and didn't have nothing to hide, that's how I would be acting. I wouldn't be storming down to Texas Roadhouse, cutting the rug, and I don't know what she done, but anyway, I heard that happened. Maybe if nah, she ain't gonna. They've shut down. I was fixing to say, well, maybe Katie can explain. Well, yeah, maybe Katie can explain why she went down there and done that. I mean, has anybody thought to ask her that? But if she did go storming down there and demand answers on why Texas Roadhouse released the video, why? Why, Katie? And the other thing with Sebastian Rogers is, with what police either showed or told Seth, plus the comment from the sheriff of Sumner County saying there's some stuff they cannot release, okay? When he says there's some stuff, what do you say, prejudicial to the... Anyway, he basically said it right there. Somebody's in some damn trouble over Sebastian going missing. He said it right there. I mean, if the sheriff had a clue to drop, he just dropped it on that news interview. He dropped it right there. So yeah, there's stuff that they know and stuff that they're keeping close to the vest. And I'm 100% sure this is criminal now. And but the thing is, I'm just going to say this. I think they're getting closer. Right? I think they're getting closer, but not where an arrest or charges could happen right now. Like in the Summer Wells case. They're getting closer. I think in the Summer Wells case, I think they know. They just can't. I mean, it's one thing to say they done this, or we believe they done this to a jury. It's one thing to say we believe they done this to a jury, but it's another thing to say, here's the evidence that they done this. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if you have, let's say, for example, Dawn and Candace, if they were arrested, you wouldn't want to go in front of the jury and say, well, we believe they done this to Summer. Well, we believe kind of may not cut it. Now, if you go in front of the jury and say, we have evidence that Dawn and Candace done this to Summer, then, two different ways at going at the jury there, and two different ways at prosecuting somebody. So that's probably what's going on in the Sebastian Rogers case. it sounds like they're getting closer, but they need to know, they need the evidence of what whoever they're looking at done to Sebastian, right? I mean, if they're looking at Chris, if they're looking at Katie, if they're looking at the Bowersocks, they just can't go in front of a jury. And this is just example. I'm not saying they've done anything. This is just example. They can't go in front of the jury and say, well, we believe, they done this and they done that. Because if they just, or whoever's responsible, if they go off those light videos, right, you can't really see anybody. You can't make out any faces in the lights video, right? You can barely make out the lights, right? And so, whoever's responsible for Sebastian's disappearance and what happened to him, whether he's still with us or not, that evidence is critical to making an arrest, filing charges, getting a prosecution, and getting justice served for Sebastian. That's basically what it comes down to. And I think, again, the same thing is happening in the Summer Wells case. If it wasn't Don and Candace, or, let's say Don and Candace had something to do with it, and someone else also, some other people had something to do with it, like maybe helping to move Summer or, whatever. You don't want to say, well, we believe he or she abused a corpse or anything like that, anything to do with a corpse. You don't want to say, well, we believe they done this. You want the evidence to show they done this, is what you want to do. And I think that's where both investigations kind of stand right now. So let me know in the comments below what you think about everything I'm saying. And again, guys, I did have high hopes for us men, but I was sorely let down today. Sorely let down. I shouldn't give the guy that hard of a time. Cars may not be, it may be guitars, it may be, he may be into guitars, he may be into fishing, he may be into sewing or crocheting, who knows. But, yeah, that kind of threw me back when he thought I'd need to go get 2 of the same size windshield wipers for my car. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the members. And most importantly, I appreciate everybody else who just watches the videos, tunes in, and all that stuff. Google takes care of the rest. So Google ads take care of the rest. But thank you guys for all the support. Appreciate the love, and hope you enjoy the videos. And until tomorrow, y'all take care. Adios.